Hello and welcome to another interesting episode of Confluence State Today. I am Mimi Aderidigbe. As usual, we'll be bringing you up to speed with the latest developments in Kogi State, particularly the economic and political activities of the state government under the leadership of Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo. So I say, welcome aboard. Here are the highlights of what to expect today. Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo begins plans to upgrade the abandoned Adogo Airstrip in Ajaokuta area of the state to an Agro-cargo international airport. We'll tell you how he plans to do this. Efforts to guard against flooding and overflow of the riverbanks continue. The federal government, in partnership with the Kogi State government, commissions the Katon Cafe flood control project in Kogi State. Plus, Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo reiterates commitment to improving the welfare of workers in Kogi State. We have details of these and much more in just a moment. Let's begin with our first story. Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo is not only walking his talk regarding his promise to the people of Kogi State, but also following up every plan that will help boost the economy of the state and place it among the committee of states that are economically viable. Now, the governor is planning to upgrade the abandoned Adogo Airstrip in Ajaokuta area of the state to an international agro-cargo airport. He believes this will open up the economy of the state and help its agricultural drive.
For nearly 2 decades, the Adogo Airstrip in Ajaokuta, Kogi State, has stood as a silent witness to neglect, with its once vibrant runway now in a dilapidated shape, overgrown with weeds. The airstrip's potential is completely grounded, like this aging aircraft that rests upon it. But amidst the rust and ruin, a glimmer of hope has finally emerged. This is Ajaokuta, home to Nigeria's oldest and largest steel mill, located in Kogi State in the North Central. The people of Ajaokuta, and indeed the entire Kogi State, are already in high spirits following Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo's announcement of his bold vision to transform this forgotten airstrip into an international agro-cargo airport. The Adogo Airstrip will no longer be a relic of the past, but a beacon of progress connecting Kogi State to the world.
Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo is someone that has great faith in the promise of Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to resuscitate the Ajaokuta Steel Company. And with that belief and trust in the promise and policy of Mr. President, the governor decided to move ahead to be very proactive so that we could have a cargo airport at Adogo in Ajaokuta. That airport is about 22 kilometers southwest of Ajaokuta, and it was a very small airstrip before now, and it's more cost effective to upgrade an already existing airstrip than to start a whole new cargo airport. that is one of the reasons behind, one of the rationale behind the upgrade of that airstrip to a cargo airport. The other reason is that with the resuscitation of the Ajaokuta Steel Company, Ajaokuta is poised to be the biggest industrial hub in Africa, because it is the biggest iron and steel company in the entire African continent, with the richest iron ore deposit, and it means that when we start producing steel at Ajaokuta, we are going to have the biggest industrial hub in Africa situated there. So, it's always smart. It's only smart for a proactive, visionary government like that of Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo to make sure that we have a cargo airport in place to be able to cater for the need of moving goods from Ajaokuta to every other part of the country.
The proposed Kogi State Agro-cargo Airport holds immense promise, not only for the locals, but for neighboring states as well. Many travelers have had to endure long journeys, often exceeding 3 hours, to connect Kogi from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja.
Kogi State Cargo Airport that is proposed for Adogo is an initiative born out of the forward-looking attributes of His Excellency, my boss, the incumbent Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Ahmed Ododo Usman. In Adogo exists an airstrip that has been there for decades. It is the self-same airstrip that is to be converted, expanded to serve as the Kogi State Cargo Airport, which is international.
The state government has a clear-cut agricultural master plan for food sustainability and a long-term projection of supplying food to neighboring states. Obviously, the upgrade of the Adogo Airstrip will not only hasten the realization of this master plan, but also impact greatly on the economy of the state.
The other rationale is what we are looking at as the economic rationale behind it. I'm sure quite a number of people from the study we did as a state government a few years ago show that hundreds of people who travel to the airport in Abuja usually miss their flight because of traffic around Lugbe area in Abuja before they are able to get to the airport. It has always been a very big issue. So it means that when we have an airport here, this is the center of the nation, not even the FCT. This is the center of the nation. So when you have an airport here, it will be able to help people to come from all parts of the country. It will cover all the places around Auchi, around Agenebode, even in the southeast. They will be able to have easy access to the place and be able to fly from that place, because though it is going to be called a cargo airport, but it doesn't mean that passengers will not also fly from that place. And also, the advantage that is going to be there is that people that will be coming to work at Ajaokuta Steel Company will not have to bother landing in Abuja and then transporting by the road to Ajaokuta. They can fly straight to the place. So that is the contribution of the Ahmed Usman Ododo's administration to the promise of Mr. President to resuscitate the Ajaokuta Steel Company.
The rationale for the Adogo Cargo Airport, which is international, is in one hand about Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited. In fact, when you hear of Ajaokuta, when Ajaokuta is being mentioned, what comes to mind readily is that steel company there. As we speak, the federal government has shown commitment and have gone midway into resuscitating that steel company, the prospects of Ajaokuta Steel Company and all other companies that will have to spring up in that part of Kogi State, which will definitely need the services of the Kogi State Cargo International Airport.
Back in Adogo town, the residents are becoming anxious and waiting for the upgrades to commence. They believe that the project will transform the lives of their youths and open up the town to the world.
This plan is very good actually, because it's going to serve as good benefits to people of Ajaokuta local government and Kogi State at large. So this airport is going to serve as a means of transportation, at least another easy way of transportation to Kogi State, because as you can see, there is no any airport or anything before in Kogi State. So doing it now is very good, actually. It's very good. It's a very good way, and it's going to help us in this our community very well.
The benefit of this place will get to everybody because it brings more impact to people's life.
When the project has finished, I believe some youth they have an appointment on this work, and then this our community they will enjoy it. We pray, special days of God, they will finish this project this normal way to us.
Since his inception of his office, he has been doing wonderfully, and we have been giving our support to him. We believe that if this airport is working, the majority of the youth must be employed. So we are happy, and we pray that the completion of this airport should come to reality.
The proximity of the Adogo Airstrip to Ajaokuta Steel Company will add another layer of importance to its revitalization, especially with the ongoing efforts by the federal government to revive the steel plant. A new airport here will definitely play a crucial role in facilitating transportation of materials and personnel.
Kogi is the center of the nation. Ajaokuta is the center of Kogi State. You know, from Kogi East, you can access Ajaokuta easily. Ajaokuta is in Kogi Central. From Kogi West, starting from Lokoja, you can access Ajaokuta easily. So these are some of the benefits that will come with the cargo airport. Then you look at also the multiplier effect of having the airports there, the kind of jobs it will generate, the kind of economic expansion and deepening that Kogi State will stand to reap from having such an airport in Adogo in Ajaokuta. And you know, the people of Kogi State are already very excited about it, and our policies as a state doesn't have to be about a particular senatorial district.
As it stands, Governor Ododo's ambitious plan to upgrade the Adogo Airstrip is already in motion. He says with a public-private partnership with the Chinese Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, the state government will immediately conduct feasibility studies and engage stakeholders in the coming weeks, paving the way for the airport's transformation into a vital hub for agricultural trade and economic growth.
Moving on to another story. The Kogi State government, in partnership with the federal government, is assuring the people of Kogi State that they will not relent until they finally mitigate the impact of flooding in the state. The latest intervention is the commissioning of the Katong Cafe Flood Control Project in Kogi State. This is in line with the Governor Ododo's plans to cushion the impact of flash flooding on farmlands and the lives of the people.
Over the years, flash floods and erosion have caused devastation and untold hardship for residents of many communities in Kogi State, to the extent that many families hardly recover from its impact. Kotonkarfe, a farming and fishing community in Kogi local government area of the state, seems to be the worst hit. perhaps due to its proximity to the boundaries of the rivers Niger and Benue. However, the administration of Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo is working diligently to mitigate the sufferings of the people by collaborating with the federal government and its agencies to bring respite, rekindle hope, and reignite confidence in the government. Governor Ododo is represented by his deputy Joel Salifu Oyibo as the state receives the officials of the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPADEC, for discussions on how to tackle future challenges head-on and activate the recently completed project.
At the formal commissioning and handing over of Koto-Karfi Erosion Control Project on the 2nd of May 2024. I am glad to be here and to identify with the important project which will ease the challenges posed by erosion in this community. This is a significant milestone in our collective efforts towards environmental sustainability and community resilience. As we gather here for commissioning of this erosion control project, I am filled with immense pride and gratitude to all those who helped to accomplish this project. The scourge of erosion has plagued our communities in Kogi State for far too long, thereby causing untold hardship and devastation to both our people and the land.
The completion of this project marks a milestone jointly achieved by HYPADEC and the Kogi State government with the support of the residents of Koton-Karfe. Officials are pleased that respite has finally reached the people and that the project has reduced the number of communities affected by flash floods.
Let us celebrate this milestone with gratitude for the invaluable contributions of traditional rulers, community members, and youth organizations whose support and cooperation have been instrumental in the success of this project. I extend our heartfelt appreciation to the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, our Honorable Ministers of Environment, members of the National Assembly, as well as esteemed traditional leaders for their indispensable guidance and support throughout this journey.
In the past, many residents of Koton-Karfe were displaced from their homes by unwanted visitors. However, with this intervention program, they can now reclaim their lands through the rechanneling of the waterways.
As a matter of fact, the settlement at the western end of the drainage had always suffered annual dislocation from flood arising from heavy rainfall. For Your Excellency, I can say that this last year rainfall came in massive manner, but there was no single flood as a result of this journey.
With this project, the Kogi State government reaffirms its commitment to the welfare of the people. It also is a testament to Governor Ododo's promise to end the woes of residents in flood-prone communities and improve the state's economy. Now that relief has finally reached the people of Koton-Karfe and its environs, the state government promises that it will not rest until all communities in the state battling the effects of floods and erosion can sleep peacefully whenever it rains.
With the biting economic condition in the country, workers in Kogi State can now breathe a sigh of relief as Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo has again reiterated his commitment to improving their welfare. The governor says he will continue to interface with them on a regular basis for the progress and development of the state. He made comments on May Day.
A dance performance by workers in Kogi State Civil Service. It's the celebration of May Day and yet another opportunity for them to make fresh demands and speak to the government about their welfare. Here in Kogi State, instead of making fresh demands, the workers are full of praise and commendation for the state government, as shown in their placards. The Usman Ahmed Ododo government has maintained a steady relationship with them, ensuring prompt payment of their salaries and emoluments as at when due. The state government has also been supportive with the provision of incentives and palliatives at a time when the removal of subsidy on petrol was a major concern for everyone. Even then, Governor Ododo is happy to be a part of their celebration, where his deputy, who was a former union leader, also joined them during the march.
Today, we celebrate our dedication, resilience, and invaluable contribution to the progress and prosperity of our dear state. As the governor of Kogi State and a unionist myself, I stand here humbled by the tireless effort of our labor force, whose sweat and toil drive the engine of our civil service and the economy of our dear state. Your commitment to excellence, even in the face of challenges, inspire us all as we continue to explore ways to improve the welfare of our workers beyond the minimum expectation of the average worker in Kogi State. Your commitment to excellence as an administration, we recognize the importance of fair wages, safe working conditions, and social security for every worker. Therefore, we are committed to implementing policies that promote the rights of workers and ensure dignity in the workplace.
It's not a day for long speeches. The Kogi State government has always prioritized the needs of the workers and their well-being. And Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo is not ready to stop this anytime soon. His commitment is unshakable. That is, timely and complete payment of all entitlements and the socio-economic development of the state.
All the requests made shall be looked into as soon as possible. We are going to form a committee whereby the SSG, the head of service, the state auditor general, essay to the governor on labor matters, and of course the honorable commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs. They have taken note. They will look into it and will come to a round table to discuss it.
Whether in governance, business, or social activism, placing the well-being and dignity of individuals at the forefront of decision-making is not only morally imperative, but essential for fostering resilience and thriving society. As we navigate the challenges and opportunities of 21st century, let us continue to uphold the timeless value of empathy, solidarity, and human dignity, ensuring that we always prioritize people first in all what we do, just like our governor is doing in Kogi State.
Since you came on board, one wonderful thing you have done and has never happened in Kogi State in the last 12 years had happened. That is payment of 100% salary to pensioners at the local government level. Indeed, His Excellency, that was a wonderful one you have touched, and we are grateful to that. His Excellency, you have already started paying health insurance claim for Kogi workers. 3 months, you promise. The 3 months is about to happen. Before they become enrollee to pay themselves, you kickstart paying that of the local government, so that of the workers, and even that of the government itself, because it is a counterpart form from government and from the workforce. And you are paying the two together for now. We are indeed very grateful.
While the workers celebrate, the state government is pleased that the synergy between them is rock solid. All thanks to Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo, a leader who prioritizes the needs of his people, listens to their yearnings, and is always ready to serve them until the end.
And that's our show, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time with us, and I hope you enjoyed every bit of what we served you. Join us next time for another interesting package. Until then, I am Mimi Aderube. Bye for now.